consequences if Vladimir Putin does not agree to stop the war after your meeting on Friday?
Yes, they will. Yeah.
What will the consequences
there will be
be? Sanctions, tariffs?
There will be, I don't have to say, there will be very severe consequences.
The president agreeing to red lines in tomorrow's talks and is already eyeing a second meeting with Zelensky.
First of all, Brian, and great to be with you, too. Let's take a step back and look at the progress that has been made over the course of the last 7 months, thanks to President Trump's leadership. He inherited this brutal war that has killed millions of people in both Russia and Ukraine from his predecessor, Joe Biden. And thanks to President Trump's determination to bring this war to an end, both Russia and Ukraine have engaged in direct diplomatic discussions. They have exchanged prisoners of war and discussed other humanitarian issues. And you've seen the president engage directly with both leaders as well, over the phone numerous times with President Putin and in person several times with President Zelensky. The Russian president requested this meeting with the president tomorrow, and the president wants to exhaust all options to try to bring this war to a peaceful resolution. So tomorrow, bright and early, he will be departing the White House for our joint military base in Anchorage, Alaska, where he will engage in a one-on-one meeting with President Putin, which will be followed by a bilateral lunch with the respective delegations from both countries, and then a press conference. And so what comes after that meeting is up to President Trump, and that's part of the reason he is going. He has incredible instincts, and he wants to sit down and look the Russian president in the eye and see what progress can be made to move the ball forward to end this brutal war and to restore peace.
You know, Karoline, he secured that trade deal with Europe to buy energy from America and not from Russia. He slapped a 50% tariff on India because they were buying oil from Russia. He sent weapons to Ukraine. He's doing all this to try to get Putin to end this war. What could be the next step? I know that the president didn't give us examples, but what could be the next step to make them, to really squeeze them so that they lose even more money and they have no choice?
Well, Ainsley, I think one of the best things about President Trump's negotiating style is that he's very wise about not broadcasting moves he may or may not make in the future. And certainly the president has plenty of tools at his disposal that he could use if necessary. But he has always said that diplomacy and negotiation is his primary way of hoping to end this war. And so that's what he'll be looking to do tomorrow. But certainly there are sanctions and many other measures that the president could utilize if he has to. Not that he wants to, he's willing to. But again, diplomacy and negotiation has always been the way for this president. And that's part of his acceptance of the Russian president's request to have this meeting in person tomorrow.
So